All right, we are official. Got the water.
There we go. Yep. Now we're up on YouTube also.
Yep. All right, I guess we'll wait just a second to get a viewer or two.
Yeah.
Clean the glasses.
How is it? So I can't remember. I logged into List Perfect, logged into eBay, and I went to my listings, that page, and I tried to log out of eBay. Should I log out of both, log back into both to get it to show
Usually, yeah, if it's not linking, just log back into List Perfectly.
Okay.
Then usually just refreshing eBay.
Okay. So
Usually,
I thought I hadn't logged out of. I logged into List Perfect, but I'll log out and then I'll go back and do it.
Yeah, again. And then just refresh that page. That usually does it.
Okay.
Man, I actually got a little bit of work done today.
That's good.
Yeah, I was. I'm kind of like, if I don't get listings up, it kind of bothers me. Like, I've got to get my listings up. I did hit 700 today, so I'm at 700 finally.
That's huge.
So it's slowly getting there.
Yeah, those books helped.
Yeah, those books, I'm already in the plus on those.
Yeah, I was telling Angie or Kathy about it. Yeah.
Yeah, what'd she say?
She was like, good. She was like, wow. She's like, must be like first edition for like that expensive one.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I think so. I was like, and then there's like $60 ones and lots of 10s and,
Yeah, a lot of 10 to 50. I sent out a Bible, shipped out today, sold for 30.
Okay.
So, it'll be one of those. That's what you want. You want to start stacking.
Yeah, the slow burn and just
slow burn. Because if you got a bunch of those stacked on top of each other like layers.
Yeah, and spread out, it's like a good steady even if it's every few weeks or whatever.
Yeah, you get a nice little drip.
Yeah.
So here are the talking points. Of course, we can always venture off that path. Once again, how many listings today? I want to talk about goals: 5 year, 1 year, 1 month, action plans. I know that's not your forte, but I still want to talk about.
No, that's fine.
Inventory systems, lost eBay orders, and creating velocity in your eBay store.
Yeah.
So those are kind of some topics I want to hit on today. Plus anything else.
Yeah.
Well, what have you been working on? I know you.
Well, today, hold on, I'm turning the air up here. Today it was school till like, right before you got up there. Then went and picked up food, came home, ate, kind of zonked out for a few minutes just because getting up and actually out of the house at that time of day was weird,
right?
Because it's like, sure, you get up, but just even have to get out since we've not had to get out at that early. I mean, I went to Angie's one day, but, and so then I did all the labels, figured out where that package was when we were texting. And then I was like, oh, I'll just run them up to the post office now, because it's like, it took 12 minutes to drive up there. And that post office has like one of the big metal drawers, where you can just, you don't have to go around to where the people are. And I figured out that like I mailed a pair of boots like in something pretty big. So I'm like, that drawer will hold a pretty big package. And the main other one down by Angie, I'm like, probably has one of those too. Or they can, at that one, at least it's easy to walk in. The Lakewood one, you got to kind of like sneak past people. You know what I mean? It's like the far counter where you feel like you're cutting almost or something, and with being around people. So I mailed that, came back, and now I'm in the bedroom. I'm going to, while we work, get all this giant stack of like 70 things from Sellhound to the wall, because that'll be another 70 listings.
Is that the last of your clothing?
There's like maybe six or seven things in the living room that I'll take pictures tonight. And well, there's a few bathing suits that Angie got, like probably an Alibaba type site. She sent me the link. I have pictures, so I just got to create that. I need to send her a couple pictures of things. She cut the tags out. She's like, well, they're going to be extra small. And I'm like, oh yeah. And she's like, I can probably tell you the brand. So I could create some listing. Hey, Val, that's semi-generic,
Yeah.
But yeah, the clothes are almost gone. The tie, all those ties, those don't have to be listed right now, I'll at some point I'm going to figure out whatever the rest of the few other hard goods, which I don't know. There's probably a few things, but I'm close. Once I get this stuff, in baggies, this is huge because that's another 70 something listings. That'll get me like mid 300s or something. I can probably get near 400. Oh, and the remotes are finally on their way. I got an email today. So that's kind of good. Now I got to get all this crap done in the next 2 or 3 days. So when they get here, then maybe in a few days, I'm hoping a lot of the remotes are the same. Some are the same, at least, just for organizing.
Even if they're not, they're going to be so easy. All you got to look at comps, price it high to low, test it, boom.
Would you also maybe...
I lost audio.
Would, I don't know why my mic... Would you also, like, even if it's just one, how would you organize? Like, put it in a baggie?
Yeah, put it in a note card
that's bigger to see.
I would do an SKU number, like whatever. Well, so you don't do bins.
No, I have some small bins here. Yeah. No, I have several.
Let's just say they all go into bin 1, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be A1. Then this is how I do it. I'll do A1 point my cost of goods. So let's say $1.50. A1.150 point, and then you might put them number 1, 2, 3, and then just include that in there so you can.
And then would you just put the remote itself in the bin, and or like maybe put all?
I would probably put it in the plastic bag, since you're gonna have so many. You're gonna want that SKU number that'll identify, because the cost of goods isn't gonna identify. So
no.
Like, I remember them in those situations. Like,
that's what I thought.
Well, just so easy to pull it.
Yeah.
Hey Val, how's it going? Happy Monday.
How was your hike with Chadsworth yesterday, Valerie?
And I'm hoping y'all were wearing mountain gear. So today,
carry the bear spray.
Talking listings today, and I do want to talk daily schedule a little bit too, because I'm gonna be making a change. But so listings today, I lotted up a bunch of those TV radio tubes. Probably 30 of the 40 were worth like $8 or less. So I just lotted them up, and I'm gonna start them on an auction. Start them on an auction for like $29.99 plus shipping.
Yeah.
And there were about 10 that were worth more than, like, say, $15. And I think the highest price one was probably worth about $50. So I listed those individually. So I got those up. So I'll probably triple, quadruple my money. Hopefully, maybe 5x it on those. And then I listed another piece of medical equipment. It's called an anodyne therapy machine, model 120. I paid $88 and change for it.
Yeah.
But the sell-through rate on it is ridiculous. Like, there's only 2 available, and 28 have sold in the past 90 days.
Is that auction also, or local pickup?
Oh no, I'll ship that bad boy out.
I mean, where'd you get it from?
Auction. That was an auction.
Yeah, that's auction. Fine. I ain't gonna, I figured.
Hey, and so the high comp on it for a used one was about 900.
Wow.
So I always go big. I went $999.99. I also had a vintage Escort radar detector from 1983.
Wow.
I paid $10 for that, and I've got it listed for $60 based on the comps.
That's crazy that people want to buy an old. I guess people still use radar detectors.
Yeah, that, and I think it's probably collectible because this is probably one of the first ones, 1983. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
And I've tested it. It does power up. Hello, Jody. How are you? So that's really all the listings I got, but I did get a few things knocked out. I'm done with the books finally. So I'm making progress. Val says the hike was all right. Too many people out and about. It was crazy. Yeah, I think everybody had the same idea you had.
So
Valerie,
Val, do y'all get people that come out in y'all's area, like from Denver and Colorado Springs in? Or is it just a lot of people from your town in that area?
So one of the things we talked about, and I always talk about the Patreon call, it's a game changer for me. We were talking about a couple of things I want to talk about, but one of them was schedules.
Yeah.
And we're always trying to optimize because if you think about it, you're freshest when in the morning, right? That's when you're most productive.
Oh yeah.
And what a lot of us on there have realized that we're doing our shipping at that point, which is kind of brainless activity.
Yeah.
So we're wasting that mental energy because think about it. Like if you teach all day and you come home and try to do something, your brain is usually fried.
It's hard.
It's not as good, right?
Yeah.
So based on that, at least until I have to go back to teaching, I'm going to, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays I run. But regardless, I'm going to get up between 6 and 7.
Yeah.
On the days I run, I'm going to go run. I do check email and accept offers, do things like that early in the morning, things that come in overnight. But after that, I'm going to start listing. Like my Patreon call ends at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm going to list from 9 to 1 while I'm the most motivated. My brain is fresh. I'm invigorated, and I'm going to crank out my listings for those 4 hours.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to take a break, 1 o'clock, have lunch, 1 to 1:30, 1:45, whatever. And then I'm going to do my shipping, from say 1:30 till 3, depending on how many orders I have. Now, if I have a lot of eBay orders, I'll have to, those will get my priority because I get a little bit more time on Poshmark.
Yeah.
And then that should, and then if I finish all my shipping, then I'll go back to listing until our live show.
Yeah.
So I think we were talking about that. I think several of us agreed that's a better way to do it. Or if you had something like if you were trying to make connections with wholesalers, or you needed to make phone calls, or do something that was really going to benefit your reselling business, that's the time to do it. We shouldn't be wasting our brain juice in the morning on.
That's been my goal and I've done some, the like list or pictures in the morning when it's, like.
So let me catch up on the chat. I want you to think about it. I want to hear like what are you currently doing, like schedule. And I know your schedule is more loose, and that's fine. But like generally, what do you do? And then what do you think about that? But let's run through the comments real quick.
Yeah.
Jody says clothing sales have picked up. That's awesome, Jody. I'm really glad for you. I know clothing sales have been down. Says that's really great. Back to about 1 sale per day. Nice. From every 3 days. That's good to hear. Glad to hear it. Val says we got a lot of people from Colorado Springs that come mountain climbing. I'm so jealous. Like you guys are where if I become big time as a reseller, I'm gonna give me a house up in the mountains. I love it. Jody says Canada Post is so slow. I ship same day or next day and have like 15 things in my Poshmark still under pending or shut. USPS becomes super slow too. I will say the post office is definitely not on your level. I think most things for me are still getting scanned in the same day. Some of the Poshmark are getting scanned in that morning, even though they were dropped off the same day. So a little bit slower than normal. They're not Canadian slow.
Because they're down a bunch of employees, I heard the lady say the other day, too. So
Val says they're delivering by mule. Well, no wonder.
The Mounties. I thought it was the Mounties still.
Jody enjoyed that comment.
Deadly do right?
Val says that's sweet. The sales are picking back up. Yep. I know Val. Yeah, today I was as much as I wanted to. I did watch Mike's Flipping Goodies latest video, and it was good. So I'm gonna get back to probably gonna stream his videos again tomorrow.
I need to. Yeah, I'm behind on Mike because I know he was doing his deal last week of tips, and I want to.
Yeah,
He's
good because
he's
he's about where I am at on sales, about 7K gross. But I want to learn like his niche. So I don't know. It's going to take me a while to catch. Like while we're trying to catch up on these comments that keep coming. So do you want to share real quick, Clay, like your thoughts on morning time and schedules?
Oh well, like I need to starting tomorrow. Now that I feel like I've gotten other people's stuff done and mine, like I don't have to go get that package from storage tomorrow, or if I do, I'll walk down there or ride to get exercise. But I can do that like middle of the day to wake up some. But I'm going to try to crash since I was up too late last night and get up, kill the death pile in the morning since that's small. The goal is to work the whole show and maybe an hour or two after and get all these 70 things in the wall. If not, then I just have to finish that. Get the 7 or 8 other closed listings and whatever other hard goods, and like however long that takes, because I don't have any other sales right now, but that like one thing at the storage unit, you know what I mean? And that can go out Wednesday. So
yeah, and I know you always kind of like plan a day or so ahead, but have you thought about like trying to come up with a more standardized schedule? Kind of like
ideally it'd be like, I guess I would say 7.
What would that look like?
But probably like, I guess to be realistic, 8:30, even if I'm sleeping till close to then, or I'm awake because the cat and I sit on the sofa for an hour, waking up and eating. So I guess it'd be like 8:30 to 12:30 is list. If I have stuff to list, pictures, lists to sell hound, whatever that is. If I end up getting more clothes, I can do a better job and not like just make a pile. I could like do like you send it to Sellhound, get it in the wall. That would be part of that, keeping up, eat lunch. Then it's like if I want to exercise, maybe I do it middle of the day or something, or go to the storage, mail stuff. I do think I want to get a thermal printer relatively soon to save that time, save my tape,
Oh yeah. Well, that's the other thing. Eventually, the savings in tape will eventually pay for the thermal printer.
Yeah,
and you're gonna save so much time, dude. It's amazing, like how much faster it is. Like I'm so mad I didn't do it years ago.
Hey Jay, yeah. So yeah, it'd be like, I guess, take a break in the middle of the day. Maybe it's an hour to eat, organize other crap, start laundry, and then get back in the afternoon if there's more listing, or maybe it's looking online at auctions or storage unit, or that would be afternoon, a couple hours of that, going to mail stuff, whatever, go to the storage unit if I need to pick something up or take something down there, and then get back to whatever I can do during the show, which might be listing, I guess, again.
Right.
I mean,
All right. Well, I think, don't have to have
getting on a schedule like you.
I mean, I think, like, I'm going back to Chris, daily refinement. The big people they have their days planned, and they pretty much stick.
Yeah.
Just laissez-faire approach, I don't think is going to yield the best
Oh,
results.
I know.
That's all right, let me catch up on these comments real quick.
Yeah.
Val says office wear isn't doing well. What else? Val says no offers on her mystery box yet. Kind of surprised. Berries in there. She's shrugging. She don't know. Hello, Jay. See Jay lurking in the chat. Very sloth-like.
Too bad we can't show them that sloth commercial here that's for like insurance or something.
Yeah, we got to be careful on those.
Playing Pictionary or whatever it is.
Yeah. Jody's day's going great.
Eats. Okay, nice. You got a car.
Nice. Congrats. Game changer. Better see some now, Jody.
Nice.
Jay's taking a sloth break. He'll be back.
Burb is under semi-lockdown grocery stores, corners. I love that, corner stores. Guessing all these places still open. I'm not sure we started opening further than that. Nice. Okay. The car, that's big.
The car is big.
Because once things, I noticed a local thrift store just down the street, like 2 blocks past the El Phoenix that we go to. When Angie and I had to go to Home Depot yesterday, I looked over and it looked like they were limiting the number of people because there were people waiting outside. So if I kill off my death pile and want to go down there, I can, there's one store that I might, if the parking lot's not full. And if it's, because it's a local one and not the big chain here, that we've gone to that I heard was just packed, that I want to avoid for now.
Yeah, I'm good on inventory for right now, but it's good to know. Let it maybe settle down. I might hit the bins at some point. Maybe if we feel like it's safe, we can take a trip to the bins.
I wonder if are they open?
That's a good question. We need to find out.
Yeah.
All right, next topic. And I know we've talked about this before, but it came up in our Patreon call, and I got a little different perspectives. The whole inventory system to box and not to box, that is the question. Like Chris was talking about how the other Chris, Bonafide Hustler, does what you do.
Yeah.
Where he does the wall of boxes, which I'm aware of. Hi, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Here's the difference between what he does and what you do, and I wonder if you've considered it. It made me think about that. Like his ASP, and we know that he's only selling very expensive items like ASP $50 or more.
Yeah.
Because once you start to box like that, it takes up a lot of space, number one. So I wonder, like, if that's going to work for you long term.
Yeah.
If you're going to be doing, because all your items aren't those high ASP.
No.
And then number two, I forget who, he quoted another reseller that does it. She doesn't even use shelves. So if you are going to use boxes, maybe you can save on the shelves and just stack.
Yeah.
Just stack the boxes, I guess biggest to smallest.
Yeah.
That's another thing to think about. Yeah. But I would say the consensus of the group is, it's not good overall for, all the reasons we've talked about.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing, a low volume, high ASP
amount. Yeah.
Amount. So just something to think about.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Well, the good thing is I have a lot of room right now to grow into, at least.
What was the question?
I could have like.
Hold on, let me catch Jay up real quick. We were talking about inventory systems, and Clay does it like Bonafide Hustler, where he boxes his goods and puts them on the shelves, which takes up a lot of space. We were talking about that on our call today. I mean, you can do it. I think it makes more sense if you're selling more expensive items and you don't have a large store. But think about it, if you grow to a couple thousand item store, you're gonna be running into several storage units eventually. So if you're going to stick with that model, you might want to try to increase your ASP.
Yeah. Oh, that is a goal for sure. And that's why I think I'm also gonna keep sticking with clothes somewhat too. Like from thrift stores, Goodwill, garage sales, because I can keep using my shoebox wall here or in any apartment, or like I say, if it's a house in a couple years, I could do that. More
right. What's going on with you, Jay? How's it going?
Good. I have stock coming.
Nice. Where did you pick it up from?
I ordered that pallet of gaming stuff.
Okay.
So I got a whole pallet. I think there's like 400 bits in it.
Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah.
I like it.
He said about half of it's brand new, the other half's like returns, untested. So fingers crossed I can make some money, and it might be a good contact to keep.
Pretty good purchase price. You don't have to tell us, but I mean, like, pretty low.
I paid 500 with delivery included.
Well, it doesn't seem bad if it's that many units of. That's like a Mike flipping goodies type, deal.
He said there's about But depending on which pallet he sends, it's going to be random. But he reckons there's about 20 Guitar Heroes brand new in there. They're like £30 each.
Yeah.
So that'll be my money back just on them.
Right
and
there. Good for you. All right. Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
So
maybe make a video of like.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be milking this for video content.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like it's been so long since I've had stuff to record that there's gonna be like video of it arriving, video of it unpacked, video looking for it, video price it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
right,
gonna be
I've got a Offerup porch pickup. I'm trying to orchestrate. Guy wants a flag, but I don't want to really meet anybody. He kept bugging me. I'm like, I'd rather just ship it to you.
Yeah.
I'm in the same town. I'm like, all right, I'll leave it on the front porch, slide the money under the mat.
Yeah. Right.
There's this like weird phenomenon going on in the UK right now where people on Facebook are putting out like buckets worth of stuff for people to just come pick up for free.
Huh.
Like video games, board games, like all this stuff. They're just like, if you need it or you want it, come pick it up. And it's like, whoa, that's crazy.
Now it makes me think later tonight, even though I have a death pile sum, I'm like, that makes me want to get on Facebook Marketplace since I actually have possession of my car right now for the next couple of days. So
that's funny though. It's a rare occurrence you have your own car.
Yeah, last week I didn't have it really at all, and some of that was because I'd been a jerk and I felt like the least I could do was let her have my.
Somebody's wrapped around that little finger.
Or be quiet. She's like my sister. Or as Jay said, my girl. Oh, Angie did like I told her today, or no, yesterday. Your joke about when I was on the phone and you're like, he's on the phone with his girlfriend. I said, his cousin, and you said, isn't that the same in Texas? She laughed. She thought that was good. It could fit Arkansas. It could fit really any state. I mean, maybe.
So is she actually your cousin?
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put that flag on the front porch.
Okay. She's my, I don't know. Our grandpas were brothers, so second cousin or first cousin. Like her mom, my dad are first cousins. So whatever we are, but we're I'm as close with her as like almost anybody. I mean, Brian and I now in the last year and a half, he's by far my closest guy friend. And she's, by far my closest friend overall. But yeah, so we're sharing the car, but I got the car yesterday. I drove just down to Home Depot and I'm like, it felt weird driving like for the first time in a week. I was like, almost felt like I was struggling to stay in the lane, or something.
Yeah.
So
your mic cut out. I can't hear you, Clay.
Dang it. Sorry. I don't know why the mic went off again. How long will it take for you to get the
It's coming on Wednesday. It's getting plonked on my front drive. So hopefully, fingers crossed it's not raining, because otherwise I have to go throw a tarpaulin over it.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna have to bring it in one by one, bring it upstairs, but
yeah, that'll take up some room. Yeah.
I like Jody's comment there for the Goodwill bins. He's got his car, his gloves, his face mask. I pictured like this epic adventure. Like Jody's gearing up, he's like a SWAT team member, and he's getting ready to go in. Like you got to record that, Jody.
Yeah, he's ready now with a car. That's
for sure.
Man, and Val pumping out the videos here. 5 videos. That'll take me like 5 weeks to make 5 videos. Well, my only videos lately are the live deals, but hey, they get me some watches.
I did my $50 items that sold in April. I think I did that.
Yeah, I watched. Was that yesterday?
Right?
I watched
Sunday,
it.
I think. Yeah, I did it Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday's yesterday.
I made sure to watch that, and now I'm playing All Mine again in the background to pump my views up a little bit here.
Yeah, I like streaming while I'm shipping. Like I told you earlier, I I need to do Mike again, but I only did like one of his videos that was good.
See, I could do it like doing this, because this all I have to do is copy what's on Sellhound to the note card, put it in the bag, find the item. You know, like I'm not. But if I'm listing, I gotta have silence. Did you see Apple announced the Mac Pro wheels? They're wheels for your Apple Mac Pro computer case, and there's 700. What?
They crazy.
There's a computer case? I didn't even know. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, that new Mac Pro, if you order it with like all the upgrades, it's like 45 grand or something.
Jiminy Christmas.
All right, let's talk next talking point. This is a real life. Well, Clay kind of solved it, but it is good to kind of think, because this will happen to everyone, right? So you get a sell on eBay, you go to pull the order, and you can't find it. You maybe sold it and forgot to take it down on another platform. And then
what was yours in the last couple of months? You had one, right? Too?
Yeah. So number one, like what you said, you could drop ship it. If you can find it from another seller and just change the address, that's one way. I did that with a pair of jeans. And I had another one recently, and we talked about this in the Patreon group too, and they're basically doing what I'm doing. So you just say, hey, I'm sorry, I can't find it. It's not in inventory. You know, I apologize. I can offer you, let's just say the item was $20. Like I personally, because you don't want that ding, right?
Yeah.
So I can give you a $30 store credit if there's something else you would like for your inconvenience. Is there something else I can give you? And you give them more, so it makes it look better, right?
Yeah.
And if they don't want to accept it, say if you don't want to accept, I'll be glad to issue one. So the one or two times I've done it, they both said, all right, they were understanding, and they said cancel the order. But when you cancel the order at that point, what we're doing, and I've done this too, is put cancel by a request, because technically they are requesting it, and I did go above and beyond to make it right. So I think that's a good way to go, to not get a ding on your account, because that can really
I thought that's maybe what you'd say, like how I screwed up on those plates, that offer, it was different, but be nice always. Like I had that difficult guy with that remote, you know, that finally got to New York City. It took like a month or I've never heard back from him, and I don't want to email him, so I guess it's working.
Did you ever receive your remotes?
Huh?
Did you ever receive your remote?
No, I got an email today that Rockstar Flipper or his people sent them out today. So
what?
I know it's taken, because I bought them a week ago.
That's some real professionalism right there. How long has it been?
A week, I guess, right? I feel like I bought them like a week or two.
It's been a while. It's more than a week.
It's more than a week.
Yeah, two even. Which for me, probably, it'd be good if I had gotten them, but since I have all this crap, so now the goal, now it's motivating me. Work. So when they get here, it's, just test them, wipe them down, test them, find them, hopefully sell similar, and knock that out pretty quick.
And by the way, I got the swamp cooler, the evaporative cooler for my garage.
Yeah.
We're in Texas, Jay, and like today it's already like in the low 90s today.
Which is like how much?
So it's pretty hot. And the air conditioner is not, the garage is not air conditioned, and it's already too hot. A fan doesn't do it. So I did do the evaporative air cooler, and the thing's running right now on low speed. And it's not the same as being like in an AC room, but it's very pleasant. It's like, they say it's like a nice cool lake breeze.
Mm-hmm.
Put cold water in there, and then it also has a compartment for ice trays to cool the water down, and then it blows that cool air out. It's very doable. For $530 in the garage right now, so that's definitely a win.
Yeah, that is. Jay, I just looked, it'd be 32 degrees for you, 90.
Yeah, that's like our peak summer temperature. I think it got to like 36 max for us last year.
Yeah, I can't do the math. So in my head, when I hear 36, for us, we'd be like, oh, yeah. I'd be like, if there's no wind, that'd be great running weather. But, you know.
It's easy for you to like think of our temperature though, because our temperature 0 is freezing.
Yeah, 0. Yeah.
So you just have to think 30 above freezing. Like,
yeah.
Val and Jody's.
I like they're
interesting.
They're doing their own show right now. Yeah.
All right.
They're like, do we need these guys on the screen?
We're talking Apple.
It's interesting too. I looked at my stats or whatever on the YouTube Studio. Man, I love my UK watchers because with Jay watching my streams and interacting, and Mr. Skits Underpants, it's like on several of the shows lately, half of my people are in the US and half are outside of the US.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay.
Your ideal market is the Brits.
Yes, right. Yeah. Oh, and I also Mel, the Australian lady. Hey, 6 likes today on my screen and no dislikes.
Good.
So maybe that person won't dislike it because I'm on here.
But you know that person that y'all are saying? Like I posted an Instagram picture today.
Yeah.
She liked my picture.
I'm gonna put in the.
I don't know. Well, at least for
put
me.
in the private chat so Jay can see if.
So maybe she's not mad at me, but I don't know why.
Put that in a private chat, Jay, if you want to see if
is that the name of the person that come on your show that time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they literally admitted to disliking videos on your stream as well.
Oh yeah, they did. Because we talked about that too. How I would never.
The dislikes come in, and you was like, oh. I wonder who disliked, and then she was like, well, I dislike.
But she's also commented and approved of our videos on here.
Yeah,
but your stream doesn't get dislikes though, Brian, so maybe...
Well, I got one the other day. I mean, I get a few. Hey, Francie, how's it going? Glad you got set up. Did you get the light box set up? Hopefully that's working well for you.
That's broken. She wants a return.
You can talk to my manager, Clay.
You'll never hear back if it's Clay.
Thanks.
No, Clay's too nice. You would go above and beyond.
Yeah.
Jody says, I'm one of the people who dislike for a reason, not including not actually disliking the video. Yep.
Have you guys had a lot of items not arrive and stuff recently?
They're just slow, a little slow.
A little slow, yeah.
The one's going overseas, maybe, but that's...
I had another GSP sale. I've had two GSP sales within the past week or two. And I was listening to Pure Hustle podcast today, one of their more recent videos, and they were saying they're also seeing a big tick up in international sales. So make sure you're clicking on the international sell options.
That's probably because as currencies fluctuate in price, it suddenly becomes cheaper to get it shipped in from somewhere than to get it in your own country.
Nice. Works
like
for me.
I know Australia's getting a lot of international sales right now because their currencies making it cheaper for people to buy from Australia.
Yeah, anytime I see Australian shipping or Canadian shipping on comps, man, like they charge a lot for shipping. I don't know if those are international orders that are showing up, but it's really skewed. It's like 3 or 4 times the shipping charges for a domestic shipping. I'm glad it looks good, Francie. Val says there's hate watching what she done is crazy. Watch.
She did admit to being crazy, so I don't know.
The bananas emojis. Francie's catching up with everybody. Let's talk goals. So I don't know. That's a lot on my mind, like processes and goals. I think they go hand in hand.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And I think you've got to have a long-term goal. We've talked about this some, right? Your 5-year, like a 5-year plan, a 1 year plan, which is like medium, and then a short term, which would be like monthly. And then you break that down weekly and daily. I'll start out, and y'all can think about it. Right now, we brainstormed about this a lot. It's fun to think about the long term, like the 5 year plan, which to me would be a Craigslist hunter kind of setup.
Yeah.
I've got a big warehouse. I've got a storefront where I can buy and sell. I also have the warehouse to ship. Maybe got a couple employees. Clay and I have even kicked around the idea of maybe going in jointly on something like that. So I think that's a 5 year plan kind of deal. Maybe sooner, but
yeah, it could be a 3.
Because when you look at his numbers, like his eBay sales, they range from 50K a month up to 100K.
Who's that? Craigslist?
Yeah, so you're looking at $1 million sales operation there.
Jeez.
And Chris was talking about him on our Patreon call again, and he's talking about different models, right? And sales velocity, which we can talk about later. But he said if you have a model like Craigslist Hunter, if he's selling great products. You don't have to do promoted listings. You don't have to do any gimmicks or anything. You just sell great items.
Yeah.
And sales are going to come. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is always trying to get better inventory.
And he has so much inventory, like you said, that he doesn't have to push sales either. Like he can have he can sell stuff without promoted, and he'll make enough money to not have to. But like for me, I'm like right on the edge of just earning enough right now. So so for me, I have to like make a point of promoting and pushing sales as much as I can, to the point where I am scalping like profit off the top to get there. But I'm not spending that much on the items in the first place. It works, but
and I've heard him talk about this. Like he hasn't had that store forever. Like he said, 10, 15 years of doing what we're doing. Building up, scaling up before making that plunge to a building. So I think we've got to keep that in mind. Like it's a process, but if that's what you want to do, like for me, I do like the idea of people being able to come in and we could buy their goods.
Yeah. And
then we have inventory. So I like that. Now, 1 year for me, and I was talking to Chris about this too, and when we were talking Friday when we're doing our May plans, and like my May plan basically puts me on track for like 100K a year. So I think like for this year, calendar year 2020, I want in sales, and like I've looked at my ROI. It's like for April, I think I did like 70. What I do, like 7,100.
Dang.
Wrote it down. No, I did 7,400 in sales, and I'm rounding these up to make the numbers easier. 4,500 gross. So I would like to get to that mythical 10K a month in sales with about 7K gross, because that's getting close to where I feel like I could have enough money coming in to pay off the debt to be able to scale up to eventually get to the point to that 5 year plan where I can do something like a Craigslist Hunter.
Yeah.
And then, so that's the medium, the 1 year plan. And then we actually broke it down. Like, what does that look like? The things you got to think about: how many listings are you getting up in an hour? How many hours a day are you listing? What is the average sell price of your item? Those are the kind of things you got to look at. And then for me, it was like, well, bringing on another part-time lister also. And then I could hit those numbers, maybe even do better, because I think because the longer we do this, our sourcing gets better too.
Yeah.
Right? So we're getting better, higher ASP items as well. And then you break it down to the short term, like the month. Like for me, the month of May, I did say I want to try 10,000. That's gonna be hard. I made 10,000 gross. Okay. I may fall short. That's okay, but that's my goal.
Yeah, I mean, all you can do is list and buy good stuff, and I mean, do this.
So have y'all thought in those terms, like long term, medium, short term?
I want a shop for sure.
You want a what?
I want a storefront which has a backside that runs the eBay, and then it'd probably be like I'd probably run it differently to what Craigslist Hunter does. He has like completely separate where he has eBay separate from the stuff at the front. I'd probably do like a rolling system where like new stock goes out the store for like a week, 2 weeks. If it doesn't sell in the storefront, goes into the eBay. If it's sat in the eBay for like 6 months, it goes back into the store. Like that kind of thing, like roll it through.
So like an aged inventory process. Like,
yeah.
And I'm assuming along with that there would be price drops and sales also.
Yep.
Try to move that. I like that, Jay. I like that. So what would that look like? All right. So that's long term, right? So maybe thinking medium term, like a year. Like what is that going to take over 1 year? Like what type of goal and what does that look like as far as goods and profit and listing? Are you able to kind of hash that out?
There would probably be a point where I outgrow my current storage capacity here. Maybe I get a shed.
Oh, hold on, pause 1 second, Jay. I'm running behind on the comments. Val is cracking it. Val is so funny. I love Val. She says, I'm not one to talk. I tried to have a conversation with a fly today. So, and then a couple comments later, in all fairness, the fly approached me. Val, we need to get you a mental health checkup, but it is hilarious. All right, go ahead.
See, that's why I want her on a show, even though she said she's awkward.
Our shows. I mean, I will do a Thursday night one if that works for a schedule.
Yeah, Val, there you go.
I'll and Jody both.
We'll come on late, even if you want to go like at midnight, like you like to do.
So y'all kick that around. That'd be a great show. All right, go back. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I'm allowed to get like a big shed in the garden here, but I'd probably ask to see if I can from the landlord, and that would probably be the next step. If not, I'd have to get some sort of unit. But then I think with the current situation, like retail space is going to be so low to begin with that it might be cheaper to just get a retail space and just have a tiny shop up front to begin with, and then gradually creep it bigger and bigger. Like use most of it for storage to begin with. Because if I'm renting a unit that's so expensive anyway around here, I might as well. Like if I'm spending like £800 a month on a unit, I might as well spend £1,500 and have a shop at the front. You know.
Yeah, I like that. And like for me, I think the stepping stone for me from where I'm at in the garage to there is a storage unit. Because I'm going to outgrow my garage here probably, I'm guessing before summer's over. And I'll probably have to figure that out, move to a storage unit. Hey, check out Francie. I like that. Francie, and we talked about this when I met up to sell that light box. She gets these free Starbucks new coffee cups with lids. And I told her, they're worth money. You need to look that up. Because those are replenishables. If you can get those consistently, and if you're selling them for $8.99, what you're doing, Francie, is you're building velocity into your store. You have a replenishable, and the way eBay's looking at their algorithm is seeing those sales. Once you start getting those consistent sales, it's going to push you up in the algorithm. So a lot of the big sellers will have lower priced items that they might not make a lot of profit on, but they're selling those consistently. So it's boosting their store up. And then your whole store is benefiting from that, the traffic, and your bigger price items will sell also. So I love that idea, Francie.
Yeah.
And if you decide you don't want to do it, you can be my wholesaler. I'll buy them from you.
Right. Yeah. Faux show.
What about you, Clay? And I know this isn't.
Something like together, or we share a space or whatever, and maybe it's 3 years or something, or I'm renting part of a bigger space from you or something like we've talked about. And then eventually we're together in a deal.
You could be, this could be the thing, right? You got Craigslist signer. I forget the girl's name, his lister.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
You could be like her. You could be my lister. You get your little office.
Vicky.
Yeah. I mean, I could have my own store and then just do a lot of the crap or something. Yeah. So see, that's the deal where I feel like that's part of what I need to do when I get everything listed, when I get to my paperwork next week, is sit down with you via this or whatever and look at my when I get GoDaddy and import everything and see what I've really made on each item, which I think has been pretty good because a lot of the things have been free. Or I sourced them like you at the bins, or garage sales pretty cheap, and I've gotten decent at finding stuff. So I figure it's like I wouldn't even really say a number right now because I really can't tell you, I admit, how much what my net is,
Right.
for after shipping. It's like, what did I say? I was like 1,700 last month, but after net, let's just say, even if it was just half, well, maybe I could make after fees and everything, maybe I can shoot for 1,200 without even knowing for sure. I feel like, so, and that's why I got to get this crap up, get online and find other things to source. But yeah, before I can really set that, that's where I need help, is sitting down, looking at that. So then I can be like, okay, well, here's where I should go, and that's where I, would be glad, to have you and other people be like, okay, well, you can shoot for that, if you did this and you didn't even know it,
Right.
So then I have more easier, clear steps, I guess, because I'm kind of going blind.
I was going to say, I love how infinitely scalable our business is.
Exactly.
Like, you don't have to work 10 years to get that $2 promotion.
Yeah.
Like, the harder you work, the more you make. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I have a buddy in my running group who's a pharmacist, and he does well, but he's not crazy about it. And his wife is one, and they have crazy schedules, and they do well because they own the property under a Taco Bell in Florida. They have a little hotel they own in like Belize that was doing well the last few years. But he's just kind of tired of it, and he kicked around. He's asked me several times, and I was like, you could learn reselling on the side. I was like, watch our show. Come on, ask questions. I was like, I'll help you. And I told him the main people to watch. I was like, Daily Refinement, Bonafide, Rally, Rake-In. I told him to watch Brian, watch our show. I was like, because I think he's the type guy that would be like more like y'all, that if he got into it, he would learn it and do it and I say that based on how he was with running. When I met him, we were both like, okay, fast. But then when he decided I'm going to make it to Boston, he just like, he'd be like Brian with reselling. He'd work 12 hours as a pharmacist and then still get up the next morning and go do his speed workout, at some ridiculous speed. You know what I mean? Because he just
the funny thing is, like, once you start making progress, like I keep going back to these Patreon calls, man. Like, I think they are a game changer. It's just totally changed my mentality about reselling, and it's leaking over into other parts of my life. Like, this is week 2 of running for me, and I think once you kind of get motivated and start having some success and building goals and processes, it's easy to take that blueprint and put it into other parts of your life. So I think it's really good. Francie,
I feel like, you're rubbing off on me by, because you share what you can with all of us, and sure, some days when you're doing this and I can't ever, where's the camera? When you're doing this, some days, I'm like in my head, I admit, going, F off. I don't want to hear it today because I'm tired.
Well, just
but I do.
Hey, F off, Brian. I'm tired. Don't
but I do appreciate it,
And I'm going to keep pushing, though, because I want to see you. It comes from a good place. And I
know. And we talk about it.
You've got to study the most successful people, and they give you the blueprint. You just got to
and that's why now the goal I do have now is to join the call next month. Like to have some things in place so I feel prepared if I join, because I kind of know what it's like from you. So then I can have like several weeks of a schedule, kind of, and know what it's like, because I kind of feel more like, not to talk about it, but the other job is kind of done now, that we turn the key in and stuff. It's like, all I need is 3 more grades.
Yeah, so I don't even want to think about that.
I know.
Like, I'm so focused on this right now that Like
and I am more and more.
I want to hit 10K a month for several months.
Yeah.
Like going back to school, because then I've like proven that I can hit it. And then that.
If I could get to even a couple thousand a month, you know, or even if, let's just say by Christmas, I could make every month 1,200 after fees and everything, that'd be huge. You know, it's like that covers rent. You know what I mean? Plus, I know I could make more if I, you know, as I grow it and do better processes and all that. But it's like maybe by next summer, well, I need it to be at least, well, yeah, actually probably like what our take home is, you know, like 3,500 after all fees. I need to be making that.
It's very doable, man. I'm above that at this point.
Because now part of the goal is a house. Actually,
you can get there. Well, you got to push though. You got to take it up.
Yeah.
Get there. Like Francie, it's just been a process, right? And I don't know. It's a process, and we just got to keep improving. And I love the idea. I love the idea of building a property, a storage unit on your property. Like I looked at a house. It was in Glen Heights, Clay. I don't know if I.
Oh, you told me you missed it by like $1,000 or
$1,000, and the house was older. It would have to be like remodeled to a degree, but it was on like 1.3 acres that had a swimming pool. But the best thing about it for the business, it had this massive air conditioned building. Like the guy, I don't know if he was a mechanic or something, but this building was like 100 feet long by 40 feet wide.
Yeah.
2 offices that were air conditioned. Like it was perfect for long-term business. And I kicked myself so many times because that building, he probably spent $80,000 to $100,000 just to build that building. And it would have been perfect long-term for reselling. Like for me, so right now I only have my garage and I'm running out of room here. And so it's going to have to be, I can't quite afford a warehouse at this point. So it's going to be like a big storage unit as a stepping stone. And I'll keep my inventory in here. And then I'll probably add on inventory there, especially big inventory. Yeah, Jody, I think you have to, like, there's so many knowledgeable people out there. They share a lot of this information on YouTube, but I think sometimes to pay to be in a paid group, what Chris is doing is amazing. It's such a good deal for $12 a month to be able to. It's really a mastermind. If you've read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, it's a mastermind group. And Henry Ford and a lot of these big business icons of the early 20th century, they follow this format of a mastermind of like-minded individuals coming together daily to set goals and to hash out problems in between 15 or 20 people that are all working towards similar goals and sharing and helping each other. You can't help but get some good nuggets. Man, it gets me pumped up. Val's mom dropped off 10 trash bags full of old stuff. What kind of old stuff? Found a few gems for myself. Man, I love the old stuff. Like, that's my thing right now.
Old Spice?
Well, I do. Yeah, I do like the Old Spice antiperspirant.
I use it. Yeah,
I love it.
It's good. Yeah.
Need to catch up on the chat, man. I am behind. Yeah, Francie, and that's another thing. I like this. Let's talk about this. If I could get someone to mow and clean my house, I know I could list more. I'm ready to get on a Saturday. Oh, so I'm actually paying my daughter's boyfriend's younger brother. His name's Benny. He's graduating high school this year. He's a good kid. Good family.
Oh yeah, the lawnmower. Yeah. And,
he does.
And part-time lister.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he mows my lawn, and it's like $40, and he's doing about every 10 days. And I didn't like paying it, but I've got to kind of, if you break down what your hourly rate is a reseller, $50 an hour, so if not more. So it kind of makes sense once your hourly rate allows you to pay other people to do the items, because you either have time, because you think about it, you either got more time or more money, right? And for me, like the items that I could source, I could list, I could sell is worth more than what it would cost to pay him to mow my lawn. And I think that's for anything, right? So eventually you want to get, because if you think about the big people that are really successful, that's what they're doing. They're saving their time because their time is more valuable. I mean, even like going out to eat at a certain point, right? So I think I like that thought process, Francie.
Oh, we got.
Could have been the Mexican Carol Baskin.
Oh, you're way back. Yeah, we gotta.
I am back. I can't.
Yeah, read the comments and we'll kind of catch up while I pack a little.
That's funny, Val.
Yeah, I know who that is. I've not watched the show, but it's just a funny comment.
It's hilarious. Allegedly, Carol Baskin fed her husband to the tiger.
Yeah.
She did. Get those shoes and boots listed, Francie. If you haven't checked out my April $50 Bolo video, check it out when you get a chance. Had a lot of boots and shoes in that $50 plus range. So that's money waiting to come into your pockets. What else? Golly. Val's in Canyon City, Colorado.
It's actually pronounced Canyon. It just looks like Canon. I learned that on my feed the other day.
Okay.
They have one of those fancy little Mexican curvy line things, like, and even in the map, actually. So.
Oh my gosh, how far am I behind?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
All right, I'm at the
We've got people rattling off. They're having their own, I think.
I love it, though. I love it. But golly, all right, let's see.
There should be a number you can phone for eBay if your account's suspended.
Yeah, like, I saw that comment by that new person. Yeah.
I don't know what the number is. I'm from the UK, so it's different. But
Francie, list.
When you get suspended on eBay, can you even log in, like, to get a number? Or
I can talk about that in a minute once I catch up, because I went through that and I am back on. Persistence is the word of the day. Yeah, I'm so jealous of you, Val. I would love to be in Colorado. Oh, that's my favorite place to go vacation. Francie's dropped prices today. Had 2 sales right after that. Got to get it gone. Still making money. Francie, are you doing promoted listings? Are you doing promotions where you do weekly sales on your store? Well, Jody, but you could grow your reselling income too. I mean, I know you mentioned earlier that your head wasn't right, and that's why when I got away from CNN, like my mindset got better. Like this whole Corona mess really was messing with my mind, and I had to get away from it and focus on the things I could control.
Did you say get away from CNN?
Yeah, just all the news, the Corona news. Like, I mean, you need to be informed, but I don't really need to watch 4 to 6 hours of them debating everything. That's not really going to affect my life. Those 4 to 6 hours listing will affect my life. Dang, Francie, I love all that Starbucks stuff. If you get more than you can list and you want to hook me up wholesale, let me know. We can.
Yeah, I'm hoping this guy that I ordered the lot from is going to be a good contact, because he says he doesn't normally do gaming stuff. He's just had a load come in recently. He mainly deals in clothing. I was like, oh, great. But I said put a few bits in, see what happens. If it's good, then I might order another.
Heck yeah.
And I mean, I can hire someone to do it if it comes down to it. Like, I'll make a second account. They can come in and list it if it's earning money. And you never know who he knows either. That's the thing. Like, I phoned him up. I saw what there was. I paid straight away. Like, I wasn't a pain in the ass. So he knows now that I'm not a pain. So the easier you deal with someone, the more likely they are to ring you up and give you good deals in the future.
True.
Like, if I had been a pain, like, oh, can you test stuff? Can you send me all these photos? Can you tell me where, like, all this stuff? Then he'd probably be like, oh, he's annoying to deal with.
One of those needy blokes.
Exactly. And he's not too far away either. He's just underneath London. So
okay. Hope it doesn't fall on him.
it's £50 to deliver. It's £50 to deliver 1 pallet. So, like, in the future, I can hire a van and go pick up 3 and save 150 quid. So.
Oh yeah.
It's
I'm glad that little comment helped, Francie. Like I knew there was money there, so I'm glad you're listing that stuff, especially because it's replenishable for you. So that's a never-ending supply. And like I said earlier, that should boost your whole store up.
Where's she getting all this Starbucks from? Is she going in with a mask on, robbing the place?
She's got a connection. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly.
Her blonde hair there sticking out underneath. They're like, oh, we know it's a female, blonde hair. In my head, I could picture her wearing cowboy boots, maybe.
Starbucks goes out of business as lady steals all their cups. Many listings found on eBay and Poshmark.
Do you have enough space for a shipping container? Who's that directed at, Val?
Francie, probably. With her property.
You know what I would love to do? It's buy a plot of land and then put a container on it. Like 2 containers, one for my storage, one for my house.
There's a piece of property in not far from here that it cost a boatload, but I'm like going, could I do that? Could I get a couple of those units? How do you say that? I know, that's what I was
going to ask.
Hello, Zawashi.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, where are you?
If y'all can do me a favor, hit the like button. Always helps me out. Thanks for dropping by. If you got any questions, just shoot them to us.
You'll see his question here in a second about the eBay stuff.
Got an old Spice
suspended.
Hook up your AC unit, boy. Well, I tell you what, man, I love this evaporative cooler in my garage. It's working. It's not AC, but it's pretty nice.
Did it feel kind of like your classroom today? Is it better than that? Because our rooms weren't hot, but they weren't freezing like I was afraid.
A couple degrees warmer than that. Like it's, okay. I mean, it's not like AC, but it's bearable. Like you can work.
Because the room was bearable to work in. Yeah. I was almost prepared for it to be freezing, you know.
All right, Zawachi. So first of all, what's the reason your account was suspended? First of all, and I'll tell you my story.
He probably got suspended for selling stolen Starbucks cups.
I love Jay. Hey, I'm going to laugh every time, but that's his thread tonight, you know.
So a few years ago, like when I first started reselling, I guess it was like in 2016, and I've told Clay the story. Like I was selling, I don't want to go into all the details. I with many other sellers were selling, how do I say this?
Unauthorized replica.
Well, they were replica items, but I never claimed that they were true items.
Of a big company that is powerful and will stop.
Very powerful company, and everyone was selling them. And I grew like December 2016, which my account was suspended by eBay in January 2017. I did what did I say? 17,000 in sales on just this one item with lots of variations, and I was reinvesting my money and expanding, and it was increasing several thousand each month. Like I figured, at the rate it was going, if my account had not been suspended, I probably would have hit 30,000-40,000 a month at least, gross. And eBay, so somebody with a certain political affiliation didn't like that my inventory was coming from China, so they complained, and they sent me a nasty email, and they sent it to eBay. My account was suspended. For the next year and a half, I would call eBay like every 3 months. And they just tell them, nope. We can't do anything about it. And I left it alone for a while. So I moved on to other platforms. And there's one thing, eBay's not the only platform, especially now. You have Mercari, you have Poshmark, of course you have Amazon, you have Offerup, you have Facebook Marketplace, you have Let's Go, you have Grail. So number one, get on those other marketplaces and don't wait just on eBay. But the second part of that is give it a little time depending on why your account was suspended. And then when you call, be very nice to them.
Yeah.
But be persistent. And I would
call multiple times, like you said.
I would call like honestly every day and just be nice, patient. And eventually you're gonna be like, man, this guy is so persistent. and then somebody, they're just gonna get tired of you calling them. And eventually, I mean, it may take 3 or 4 months of calling every day, but eventually, somebody's gonna be like, all right, we're gonna give you another chance. That's kind of what happened to me. Like my store was, I called and I kept calling, and when they told me, yeah, okay.
Like got it, yeah, because you only got it back about a year ago. Because
in August,
you were about to use. Brian was about to use mine, and we were just going to figure out a way to like work the numbers, kind of like with me and Angie. Like I just keep like $1 and print the labels or whatever.
That's
and then you decided to.
That is a headache.
Yeah, and then you decided to try one more time, and you're like, "Hey, dude, it worked."
I know, and then for several months I was scared. I'm like, oh my god, did they make?
Yeah, every day you were like,
are they going to cancel my store?
Yeah.
But at this point, like I'm top rated plus. Everything's going great, and I learned I'm not selling anything that's going to put my account in danger. I learned my lesson.
Yeah,
I would say selling those other accounts, those other platforms, because my Poshmark, I actually make more on Poshmark than I make on eBay. Now I do sell replenishables on Poshmark. I also sell a lot of shoes on Poshmark. So don't discount these other platforms.
He's left, by the way.
Okay.
Well, he left too soon. Well, that's his problem. If he left, he's not being persistent. You got to stick around. But anyway, maybe. Who all are you watching, Val? Who's live right now? And thanks for sticking around with ours. So I know we definitely don't have the biggest channel.
I mean, I had pretty much the same story as that, except for mine was not eBay, it was Etsy. I was selling not counterfeit because there wasn't a product on the market for
oh yeah, you told
what
me.
I was selling yet, but it was like basically it was a branded plush toy for a video game that they hadn't brought out their own ones yet. So I was doing really well, and then obviously the copyright claims came in or whatever, and then I moved over to doing drop shipping, and then they shut me down because all my stuff was from China. It wasn't handmade. Where Etsy's things like it has to be vintage or handmade to be sold there. So, yeah.
Yeah. So how did you get yours reinstated? Kind of my process, just being persistent.
Mate, I just made a new account.
Oh, like a stealth account?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
On Etsy, you can just make like a new account with your same name, and their system doesn't track you. So,
oh my gosh, I cannot catch up on these calls.
Yeah, I know. We got to just
Yeah, Zawatchi, I know you're not.
You can email. I had to email last month about back and forth, and with this customer, they were nice to me.
I do have the email to customer support if you're still here. Golly, this chat is cooking. Nikki, hi Nikki. Nikki.
Nikki Thrifty.
I have a question for you guys. What's something people in the chat can answer as well? What's something that when you first started you really liked picking up, like, but now you would just not touch it at all? Like you'd stay well away from it.
Clothes.
Not a genre of items, like a specific, like I used to pick up, like, I don't know, like a camcorder or something, but now I won't touch it.
Something.
Is there like a specific Avon? Like shoe or something?
Anything Avon?
Yeah, Avon. Yeah.
I'm still waiting for mine, Clay.
I know. I
good 11 cells.
I didn't mail it today, did I? Dang it! Tomorrow, promise. Pinky swear.
The same delivery company as Rockstar, aren't you?
Francie, where'd you eat out in Midlow? I've got my brother and my sister both live, and my parents all live in Midlow, so I'm out there a lot. That's a good question. Like, yeah, I think in general, clothes. Like, I don't know. I just think, like, for me, it's not so much what I want to pick up. It's more I'm gravitating to the items I enjoy, the unique items, the vintage, the collectible, and of course, I always stick with shoes. But clothes, like, I hate listing clothes. Like, I now if I come across them, I've got my aunt to sell them to, and anyone else, I can wholesale them.
See, if the clothing from this guy is like, there's like 200 of the same thing and they're brand new with tags, then that's something I'd be interested in.
Yeah, if you could do maybe one listing. Yeah.
If it's like random bits and bobs, have to measure them all. It's like, oh.
And yeah, didn't James Slim Pickens say that, Jay, last week, that he had a bunch of clothes, but he got the clothes because he wanted the shoes or something? I feel like maybe something like that.
Wasn't his whole thing like shoe and clothes though?
Yeah, but I feel like he had to get a bunch of clothes.
Behind I am. That's fine.
He had a box system as well. His was all in cardboard boxes stacked up.
Oh, she must be talking about
talking about selling what?
The containers is my guess.
The bin?
Like we're gonna put it on property.
Oh.
Brian's about 400 comments behind. People saying hi. Good. Nikki had a big day in sales. Yeah, 11. That's awesome. Oh, I'm just seeing I'm behind.
Everybody's excited about thrift stores. Yeah, should be some good stuff out there. I might hit the bins at some point. I just kind of like the inventory flow I got working right now.
Nikki's gonna go to the one in Oregon. Where in Oregon? Like, is it? Do you have to go to Portland? Are you like halfway, Nikki, almost to Portland and
Nikki's not patient.
And Seattle?
I'm British. They're very cynical. Yep. G. Jody's eBay got suspended last year. Best thing that ever happened to me. Do tell, Jody. Explain. Is that because you expanded to other markets or other platforms?
Chili's baby back ribs.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because several years ago, like even in 2016, there weren't very many other platforms out. There was Bonanza, Let Go maybe, but now it's like more and more platforms are coming on the market. I still think eBay is a big one, though. You would want to be on eBay if possible, because eBay's still so much bigger than all the others. But the others, you can survive on the others. Yeah, Poshmark's great for clothing and shoes. They've also expanded into the home goods market. Well, if he left, he's not being pessimistic. Well, that's persistent. That's true. He should have stuck around. We got some info for him.
Something about barbecue sauce. I don't know.
Ooh, barbecue.
I don't know.
Ribs. Yeah, items not as described as no bueno.
Oh, that's what that is. In that, there's all these acronyms, and some I want to look up, and others I'm like, I don't.
Well, that's another reason to do the free returns.
I have it on almost everything. The things that I'm listing right now.
For that comment, Francie, that made my day.
Oh, there's Janet. Hey, Janet.
I'm not the greatest reseller. I'm very passionate about it, and I like to learn from others. And the little nuggets that I can share with you guys from my calls, I like to share. that means a lot. Thank you so much. Second gear.
He's actually a pretty crappy teacher. His grandpa was the principal there for 30 years, so he's grandfathered in.
You are, sir. I am a distinguished teacher.
A record.
That's how he got the job.
Yes.
DTR.
And I will say I am achieving that. Well, I don't know who's watching. I'll keep that on. Never mind.
Oh,
we'll just leave it there. We'll stick with the fact I am DTR. And when I want to teach, I can teach very well. I love doing the Socratic seminar method. A lot of the Avid strategies. I like to teach my class like it's a college level, where they ask a lot of questions and I facilitate through discussion. Yeah, Francie's car was packed. And my car is dirty. My wife is like, man, clean out your stinky, dirty car. I need to. It is dusty.
And I sent you, Brian, no rush, a private message just about work. It's nothing bad, but.
And Clay talks too much about teaching.
I know.
I want to talk reselling. Even on our Reseller Rewind, he wants to talk teaching.
Well, I don't want to. It just comes up, but it doesn't get, just.
See, that takes my mind away from reselling.
Yeah. But my brain bounces like ding, 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 like a pinball machine. So,
hey, I'm not the greatest yet, Jody, but I would like to be. And I like daily refinements approach. The 1%. Well, that I'm mixing it up. Like Atomic Habits is a great book to read.
Oh, yeah,
And the whole idea is get better 1% better a day. Because in 365 days, you can stay doing the same things. You're going to have the same results in 365 days. Or you can work every day to get a little bit better 1%. And in a year, all those 1% will equal to a new badass reseller. Hi, Janet. I'm glad you stopped by. How you doing? Have you made any progress? I know you were talking about dipping your toes in reselling.
Yeah, let us know how we can help. We're more than glad.
Thank you, Francie. That means so much. And hey, we learn from each other. It ain't just me. It ain't just Clay. I mean, Jay gives nuggets. Kevin. I mean, everybody. Honestly, everybody has something to offer. Private message. Is that a private chat? What's she talking about?
Me, I am. I say you.
Oh, I'm looking at the private messages on the StreamYard.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, just.
No, I don't think he
made a out of it
right now.
What?
102. Oh my gosh, where are you at, Janet? You're making our 92.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like Jody and Val. They have this little secret. They're like, all right, Clay. All right, we will talk class here. All right, class is in session. Good morning, students. So you know this, right? Like not Clay. Jody and Val.
Wait, don't you have to do the pledge in America? I pledge allegiance to the flag.
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty, justice,
brainwash.
And then we do the pledge to the Texas one, which I really have a problem with the pledge to the Texas flag, because that's basically saying I can't move. Like if I want to move to Colorado, I pledge allegiance to Texas. I can't leave.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't pledge allegiance. Now while I'm here, I'm all Texan. I love Texas, but I think that's a bit much to pledge allegiance to Texas. But anyway, I think Val and Jody, they're kind of like
the kids in the back.
The boy and the girl in the back of the class who's supposed to be working, like they're doing group work, right? We have them in groups. They're supposed to be doing group work, and we're circulating. And they're back there having their own little conversation off topic. But when you come around, it looks like they're working, so you can never catch them. But you never know exactly what
and then they're eventually, even though you know they're not a couple, they're just like BFFs. Because there's a girl in middle school, you then say, hey, dude, Jody, why don't you just get her number? And they're like, ooh, not him. And I'm like,
and they're like,
what's wrong with her?
Right. And nothing's wrong with either of them. And the truth is they'd be a perfect match. But when you say it, they're actually, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, what things did you find to resell, Janet? Do tell.
How did that conversation relate to the chat? I'm so confused.
Because they have this insider chat going on.
They got their little...
It's insider. It's totally insider.
Like Val and
they're communicating in a way that we don't know exactly what they're talking about. We get the gist, but we don't know. Friends, I watched y'all's videos where y'all took off work to go resell, and I remember that.
That's a good
one. We need to do some more like that.
Yeah.
GoPros.
They're gonna pull that up.
I haven't even ordered that. That's because with all the shutdown.
They're going to pull that up as a reason not to re-employ you now when the school's open.
Signed my contract already.
I did too. Yeah, their secret language is pasta.
Yeah, they love the pasta. Yeah. And Palm Springs, Janet, one of our friends, Brantley, is applying for jobs out in Palm Springs, teaching jobs.
Yeah, Clay and I, we get along all together.
Did I make the note card? Oh, there it is. Oh, this is for...
Am I close to catching up?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like I'm making progress.
I'm making a list of what I still need to buy. GoPro, thermal printer.
I look at Val's comment. Like I think where we were talking about a minute ago. Ooh, cooties. She says Jody has cooties.
Yeah. Circle, dot. Now you got a cootie shot?
Right. Tonight on Business Insider. I like that. Jenna found a tutorial set including DVDs never used learning how to speak Spanish, and here in California, that's a nice item. Nice. In one of my auctions, I won a Zandervan 64 CD set of the Bible, like on CD. Somebody sent me an offer for 30, but it's worth more. So yeah, some of those sets can be worth some money. Money. Come on, Jody, you know pasta. What's the favorite pasta? Like I love, and this is so basic, right? The what is it? The TGI Fridays, the Cajun shrimp pasta. Like we've learned how to make that at home. It's amazing. It's got like the spicy, creamy, kind of cheesy sauce with the shrimp and the diced tomato, and you can do a little cilantro on there and top it off with some chives. Sprinkle it, piece of bread and a salad. Man, fire. Pasta and Wiggles.
Yeah,
I'm trying, but now you got me thinking about pasta.
Angie and I had pasta on Saturday, spaghetti from that place you and I went. You know,
That's good. Not as good as Moni's, but it's good.
Okay.
Who's going for elementary, middle, high school? I'm not sure who. What you're talking about, Janet? I teach 8th grade. Clay teaches 7th grade.
Yeah.
But I have taught high school. Like I taught English 1 for 8th graders.
We should have. Yeah, they took it away from our school.
ETR. Yeah, they took it away from us. But actually, when they took that away a few years ago, and I did have 100% passing rate.
That killed it.
District coverage on commended. That's when I was all in. I was all about it. I was 100% committed. They took that away from me, and then they gave me, I hate to say it, they gave me, let's say this, unmotivated students the next few years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I am not at 100% anymore. I still do my job. I still do pretty well, but I'm like,
I saw Lance up there today when he was leaving.
Take it easy. Well, Lance
Roberts.
Yeah, Lance, California dude.
Yeah, I like Lance. He's good people.
Oh, you're talking about the pasta? Yeah, I was getting worked up over some pasta. I want to catch up. Dang, I quit commenting for just a second.
I know you were, and then it just. The two of them still are just hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I love the chats going. It's just I want to say I'm caught up.
10.
It's an emoji fest.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Janet says, don't know where or how to list it. I'm going to need help in that area. Where are you at? Okay. So that's perfect for eBay. You could also list that on Mercari. You could list it on Offerup, maybe even Facebook Marketplace. Hey, do you have any accounts on any platforms, Janet?
You're gonna need a PayPal account.
Yeah, you need to create a PayPal account. Yeah, we're in Texas. We both teach in Dallas ISD.
The problem with eBay when you first start is you have limits, so you can't list more than like.
Oh, it's like what 30 pairs of shoes, and then you got to wait like
a month.
And you can do 30 more.
You got to be patient.
Now, if you call, like I did, they did give me, at one point, they're like, okay, we'll let you list another like 50 or something, but you only got like 3 days.
Well, that's no good.
And I feel like that month deal, they do it for like 3 months in a row. And after 90 days, after you've sold some, I guess, and they see you can do it, then they open it up, it seems like.
Yep.
Yeah, I had forgot about that. That was a pain.
And then they'll up your limit, and then if you match your limit or you get close to your limit, you can ring back the next month, and then they'll up it again. If you match your limit, they'll give you an up again. So.
Yeah, what's everybody's limit right now? That's a good question.
I have 2,000 on my main account. 2,000 distance with like 80,000.
Oh yeah, I looked at that earlier. I got tons.
Something like that.
Pretty good. Yeah, I have 7,300 item limit with $250,000 limit total. I think they must have raised mine recently. Well, I don't remember it being that big. They just know that I'm heading towards big things. I'll try to honor their faith in me. What does that mean? Have a friend come into PS to teach what? A friend coming to PS. What is PS?
Palm Springs, is that?
Oh,
Yeah, Carranza. He's applying out there. They were
Val
thinking
has no limit.
because the girlfriend's in LA, so they were thinking Irvine, but now they're thinking Palm Springs.
She's not on eBay though, is she, Val?
I think we covered all the time. Well, I guess the last one we've just been free flowing, which I like, but creating velocity in your eBay store.
We just like throwing
somebody was
outside.
Yeah, well, somebody was asking about listing more to get more sales, and I think the listing more, if you're listing things at the right price, it will lead to more sales. Because really, it's the more sales you have, that triggers the velocity. So
I have a question.
Yeah.
You know when you started listing and your sales started going up, like a couple of weeks ago, were these sales items that were previously listed that weren't selling, or were these just the new items listed that were selling now?
Both. It was both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was like launching your old listings again.
Yeah, and then I think like, I think a lot of these headbands, like these lower price items I have, that is those sold. I think, my conversion rate was probably going up, and I was listing more. I was also playing around with the promoted listings, a couple of weeks ago, and when I adjusted that to 1%, which I'm going to leave for the month of May at 1%, but I'm going to look at my traffic, my conversion rates, all that data, and then I'm probably going to adjust it up. Now, I will say this, it does depend too. Like today, I was listing a couple of things. I think you need to look at what you're listing too. Like I listed a piece of medical equipment that 2 are available and 28 have sold recently. So there's no reason to use promoted listings on that. I don't need that. That'll sell on its own. So I think you need to look at what you're listing. If that has a lower sell-through rate or if there's a lot of competition, those items are going to need the promoted listings. But if you're picking really hot items that there isn't much competition, there's no need to promote.
I don't know if you need to promote something with like if there's not many on the website, like you don't need to promote, because obviously if there's only a page worth of stuff, like you're going to on the front page, all it's going to do is put you to the top. And to be honest, I usually scroll past the first one anyway.
Yeah. So that's a really good point. We're on the same page on that. So you've got to learn to, analyze the item. What's the sell-through rate on it? How many of them are there? And then factor in your pricing point too. And then I'm doing the weekly sales. So last week was killer, but it was the last week of the month, and that's my 40% off week. And so yeah, my sales were blowing up. Now this week is the first week of the month, so I'm only doing 10% off. And as of today, I don't even know if I have any sales today on eBay. Do I? Yeah, no sales today yet. So I kind of tier it up. So it'll start slow, the 10% week, then it'll start to pick up 20, 30, and by the 40% off week, because I do think some of my items will sell even with only a 10% off sale, and I'll make more money, but I won't have the quantity of sales. So I like to get that mixture of high profit margin, lower sales, and then it kind of switches throughout the month. And that last week, I mean, the 40% off sale, people are buying up left and right. And then I can also still do my offers to like or watchers. Jody just got a Poshmark sale. What'd you sell, Jody? Let me guess. One guess. Lululemon.
Oh, and it looks like you need to give out more wrenches. I think Val wanted a wrench, maybe. I give everybody wrenches in mine, basically.
All right. A wrench for you, Val. If y'all, I'm on the YouTube page and I can't move it too fast.
click the little dots for some reason.
I can't give a wrench out. Oh my gosh, stop.
One thing I have noticed with eBay, with multiples, like if you ever get stock that you have multiples, I've noticed from experience that when you first list it, if it's not like a really popular item, it will sit there for like 2 months and nothing will sell. And then as soon as your first sale comes in, I don't know what happens on eBay's end. Like they start promoting it or it goes to the top or whatever. As soon as that first sale comes in, like they'll sell through like consistently for like until they're all gone. So one thing I do now is if I get multiples, I always list like originally like way lower than I want to sell it for, because then once I have that first one sold, I then put the price up and it's already on that like wherever it's going, like they promote it or something, and then you make your money back that way. But like just to get it rolling, like the first couple of sales, like heavy discount.
That's good, Jay. Yeah, that's a great point.
Hey, James.
That's what I'm doing with those replenishables. And I'm not going to say what they are, but I got a tip in our group about a new replenishable. And the same thing, I priced it low, got a few sales, and then each sell I start to raise it up. And because eventually you're going to hold one of those top spots on the search results, and it's not going to matter if enough sales that you've established that position. Then you can start to raise your price, and you'll be able to command more for it. So that's a great tip, Jay. That's a tip of the day right there.
Do I win a prize? Do I get another Avon?
Yes, you got Clay. You know, I was thinking about doing a giveaway. I do want to do a giveaway. I was kicking around the thought of PayPal credits or
give away a pair of your old glasses.
That's not, nobody wants those. You have to be blind like me. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, Janet. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jody sold a Tommy Hilfiger. I will do a giveaway at some point.
Yeah, we need to. We talked about, more guessing the weight of something or.
Jody sold a Tommy Hilfiger button down for $50 on eBay. Nice.
I have a Tommy Hilfiger like old vintage like pullover jumper thingy, and it's just not selling. It is in a small men's small though, which is not that common in the UK, but
dang, it's almost 6:30.
Oh wow. It is. Oh, that's gone quick.
I think we're gonna start wrapping it up. Anybody got any final questions or thoughts? I hate to because we're rolling, but we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place.
Are you going live, Clay?
Do I need to go live, Jay and Val? Should I go live, people?
I mean, are you tired? Do you want to go live?
No, I need to keep working on my closet. So, I mean, on listing crap in the shoe. While we did this, I have 13 things from Sellhound to eBay in bags in the wall. So
nice.
Because it's kind of mindless. So,
well,
hey, hold on. Let me show you something cool. Hold on 1 second. Don't go away, but check this out.
Bro, you have to turn that down. That nearly blew my ears off.
That's going to be my outro when we wrap up.
That's so loud.
What? See, on mine, maybe I've adjusted mine finally right. Yeah, James, I don't think always likes clothes.
Slim Pickens is going to donate a box of random men's dress shirts for giveaway. Nice.
I thought that said random men's dresses. I was like, wait, what?
And also, thank you for the rent. Hey, I want to say something. I don't want to offend you, but this is what popped into my head, Val. And I don't think you get offended easily. But this is what I was thinking, and forgive me if it's offensive. A wrench for the winches. A wrench for the winch? I call my wife a winch sometimes.
Wow.
In a loving, very loving
way. I mean, all she's going to do is hit me in the arm.
Throw her chancla at him.
The chancla. So you're going to go live on your channel?
Yeah, I'll go live. Sure. Hey, I can get another couple 100 minutes.
Are you going to come on, Brian?
No, I try to do the evening for family time.
Yeah.
I see.
I like the after party. you know.
Tutoring if I could.
He gathers all the minutes and hours, Clay, and then he goes off.
Hey, but it gets me some more too, because I've only got like a total of like, I think I have like a few thousand now, and I'm like, I can get to 4,000 hours or whatever it is.
Janet,
I keep playing my own crap in the background.
now here's the thing, Janet. Like, I mean, one-on-ones, it's basically a mentorship. Like, some people charge a lot of money. Like, and I like to give free information, but if you really want to grow quickly, I would recommend joining Daily Refinement Patreon group. I think it's like a little bit over $100 for a year, and we have morning Patreon calls where we really get down in we really get down into some serious reselling talk. Like, it's hardcore. None of this, not much bantering, which I love the bantering too, but it's all about learning. So I would recommend joining that group. Well, maybe even check out some of Daily Refinement's videos. They're very useful too. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be easily offended, Val. You don't seem the type. Okay, yeah, just shoot me that message on Instagram, Slim. I'll check it out. Check out those details. All right, so I'm wrapping it up here. Clay's about to go live on Clay's Closet, doing a live listing show. And only thumbs up, no thumbs down on the man's channel. How can we thumb down a man that's working hard and sharing his humor? Jay, you gonna pop on with Clay?
Yeah, I'll go on.
Like, he's like, he wants me to do it, but he's like out of pity, so he's not alone. Hey, Val, see?
Oh my God.
Val, give Jay a break. You should come on, Val.
Well, at least
I want you on my channel someday.
I'll have loads of
you
stuff.
And Jody, I've had Jody before. I want Val and Jody. You can join us. All right, so I'm gonna end this with an outro. If you haven't, give it a thumbs up. Check out my what sold video I released. If you haven't, $50 items that sold in April. Some cool stuff on there. I will be releasing another what sold video for last week. Got a lot of small things that sold. Some bolos in there. So y'all have a good night. Happy sourcing. Stay safe. Thanks for coming on, guys.
And I'll be live in a couple minutes here.
All right, y'all go to Clay's Closet. Peace.